All right, we are live. We are live.
We're live. Let's get after it.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's go, baby. All right.
All right, welcome to the first episode of Lockman. Here we go. We're gonna start off with the Giants. Or no, who is it?
We're gonna go Denver, Tampa. This is the Week 3 slate from the boys.
Let's go.
All right.
Raj,
what do we
hit
like
us up.
this week? All right, I definitely love Tampa this week. Denver's defense suck. Stinky. Really stinky. All right, so I love Tampa minus 10. Big spread for that. I love Godwin over 50.5 and Godwin anytime touchdown. I think Surtain on Evans. Godwin's gonna feast this week. What are we thinking?
I'm gonna have to agree with Raj on that one. I think Godwin is going to cook this defense. Past 2 weeks, he's been great. He's been productive fantasy-wise. He's gonna produce. I also have to say, Bucks minus 6, lock. That could be even if you up it, minus 10, could get good odds on that. That could be great as well. So definitely, I'm on the Bucks heavily on the spread, as well as Godwin. Let's go.
We love Godwin this week.
Godwin's
We're
the
big
man.
Chris Godwin.
Godwin's the man.
All right, our next game, Giants at Browns. This one won't be on the TV too much, I don't think. 6.5's a big spread, though.
Yeah.
I kind of like the Giants plus 3.5. I really do. I like them plus 3.5. I like Napers over 70 yards, definitely. Okay. Myles Garrett's banged up. Deshaun Watson, I don't know, but I like Giants plus 3.5. I definitely like the under and Napers over 70.5 yards.
Yeah, I could definitely see the Browns choking a bit this game. The Giants are not as bad as
they're pretty bad, man.
They're not as bad as everyone says.
Their
defense. Listen, you guys paid. You got a D line that can go after Watson. The Browns are not good. Amari Cooper doesn't exist. I know that. He does not exist.
Yeah, no,
He's non-existent on this team. Jerry Jeudy.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be a little sneaky pick. Jerry Jeudy could be
Njoku's out.
I agree. And
you have low scoring game. I'm going to go 17-13. I think Browns maybe 17-14 there to cover that 3.5.
Yeah, I definitely think the under 38 could be the play.
All right, let's look at this game. The man here and his Eagles didn't look too good last week at the end. We got a little Saquon drop. We got a little the defense. I don't know what's going on there against the run. No. What are we thinking about this game?
So this defense is god-awful. This D-line is non-existent. Alvin Kamara is going to rip a hole through this team. He is going to hit his over on his yards for rushing, his over on receptions, and he's going to have a touchdown this game alone. I think the over in this game is going to be also great total-wise. And to be honest, the Saints minus 3 at plus 100.
It's not terrible.
No.
I mean, the Eagles, I think, will be in this game. I think it'll be close. It could go either way. Just because of the offense. I think the offense will get it a little more together. Yeah. I think Saquon will be pounding the rock. I think that Devonta Smith will have a solid game this week. But I do like the Saints' money line. I like over 47.5. I think those are the two picks. I definitely like Kamara touchdown, anytime touchdown. And I think Saquon anytime touchdown. I hate to say it, but I think those two will definitely be a point of emphasis to get in this game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. The Saints money line minus 148. It's pretty good.
Terrible. It's not terrible.
It's pretty good.
All right, so we got that. We got Saints Eagles. All right, Chargers Steelers.
This is a pretty weird game.
Two teams that are 2-0 for some weird reason.
Yeah, this is a weird slate. You got two 2-0 teams. I don't think either should be 2-0, but they are.
They are what they are, man. You beat who you play.
I agree. And the Steelers' defense.
Some good defenses here, and then Carball's got the boys rolling. Herbert probably will be out, so I am going to take Pittsburgh minus 3. But I think even with Herbert out, I think they'll be in this game. I don't think it's more than a 4 or 5 point spread. I do like the under with Herbert not playing. I think the Chargers are going to run the ball 30, 35 times.
Yep.
I think Pittsburgh will do close to the same. Justin Fields, definitely under 175 yards.
What does that mean for Dobbins? If they're going to be pounding the rock.
Dobbins and Edwards, I think you're going to have a good day. But the D-line is good. I think Dobbins over 60.5. I like. I think they'll just run it with him 25 times. I don't think he'll have that many big runs, but getting the rock so much, he's bound to break one or two, and he'll get that 60.5 for us.
I agree. I think the Steelers are a good play this game. They've been on fire. They look great on defense. Their offense is producing. They're not a bad offense. They have a couple.
Fields hasn't played bad. I like him under 175 yards. I think they just run the ball a lot. I think he's played well, but just turnover-free football, and they, squeak out a win, maybe 17-10, 17-13. I would say
that
for that one. All right, a more exciting game.
Oh yeah.
The Texans and the Vikings.
Oh yeah, a lot to talk about here.
A lot to talk about here. What are we thinking? What do we like in this game?
Listen, Sam Darnold, he's back.
Sam Darnold, yeah.
He's back.
Sam Darnold.
Jets legend. Jets legend.
So we have to mention Carolina with this game because benching Bryce Young, all their quarterbacks are having success, including Baker and Sam. Sam resurgent, year 7 bump.
I agree.
I personally like the Vikings in this game. I think their defense is interesting. I mean, Brock Purdy said it's the most confusing defense he's faced.
I think their defensive coordinator throws
Flores.
He throws some crazy schemes at these offenses, and
if he didn't trash Tua, he'd still be the Miami head coach.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, but I like the Vikings. I like Jefferson over 80 and to score. I do like Stroud over 225 as well, and I think that over is going to hit. I think that over 46 will definitely hit. Might buy it down to 45, but I like that over.
I might have to go against you on the C.J. Stroud. I think C.J. Stroud could potentially be facing a defense that may throw a wrench into his game.
He may. Year 2, he hasn't seen a defense quite like this.
I agree. But we'll see. I definitely think the Vikings money line or even their spread plus 1.5, like that obviously does nothing for us. But maybe if you bump it up to 3, take them at plus 3.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible. The odds would be favorable on that, definitely.
Yeah, it'd be like probably like minus 160, which isn't bad. If you parlay that with one of the picks above, that could be a great play.
Yeah, we got a lot of plays we like in this one. I could see Nico, even with the good defense, squeaking out a score there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot to like in that game. Should be points. I mean, Vikings defense, this is a test for them. Let's see if they're legit, right?
I agree. Yeah. This is a big test. The Texans offense has weapons. The thing about the Texans offense, Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon might be out.
Joe Mixon
and Pierce is out.
I agree.
So that's a fair
Their run
point.
game is So the Vikings.
We got Cam Akers starting this week. Blast from the past from the Rams.
Yeah, Cam Akers. Enough said about Cam Akers.
Enough said. Expecting a fumble there too. All right, our next game we got Packers and Titans. Okay. Oh, we don't want to put anything in just yet.
Yeah, we don't want to place the locks.
All right, we got Packers and Titans in Tennessee. I personally like the Packers. What are you thinking? And then we disagreed on this pre-show.
I have the Packers as well. I think the Packers could be a good choice this game. I do know the Titans, they are a weird team. They're not as bad, just as I think the Giants, they're not as bad as everyone thinks. I think they can play defense, they can run the ball. Only thing holding them back is Will Levis.
Yeah, I think there will be another meme photo this week. I think definitely Xavier McKinney over half an interception. He already has 2. He'll get a third one.
Yep.
I think that's a lock. And I think Packers money line, honestly, and Josh Jacobs over 75 yards, I think is definitely a lock. But definitely the under. I think not a lot of points. Packers control the clock, win like a 13-10, 14-10 game, and yeah, just same thing they did to the Colts. Just run the ball, don't let Malik turn it over.
Josh Jacobs is a beast.
He's a beast, man.
He's
my
your
man.
boy.
He's my man. He's my man. I love Josh.
Josh is the man. So yeah, Packers at plus money could be the play.
I like the money line. I don't know. All right, we got.
Let's hit it.
We got Panthers at Raiders. Big week this week. Bryce Young benched. What are our thoughts on this game?
Listen, the Red Rocket, he can sling it. Let's see if he still got it. We definitely know that the Raiders are hot. They just beat the Ravens. Brock Bowers, Devontae Adams, Gardner Minshew.
Starting to get it rolling.
Could get it rolling.
Week 1 they played all right.
I agree.
Tough game against Chargers, but they got it rolling. Beat the Ravens. Ravens 0-2, so we'll see where that leaves them. But
that is true.
I like the Raiders in this game. Honestly,
I
I do. I think I agree with you on that. I think even Raiders minus. I just take the -6. Honestly, I think you like them a little higher though, right?
I do. I do think the Raiders are gonna give a little beat down this weekend. I think that they're going to win by more than 10, so -10.5. And I think that honestly would be a great pick. You're gonna get that good odds plus money. And you could even parlay that with an anytime touchdown scorer. My guy for this weekend, Brock Bowers, I do think that he is going to light it
Stand
up.
on the table for Brock Bowers.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that. I like
Brock-
that. Yeah, I think
Brock's the man.
Devontae and Brock Bowers have a good game. Gronk called Bowers next up.
Yes, he
Tight
did.
end world.
Yes, he did.
So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I like the Raiders as well. I think the Panthers may be a little fight, but with Dalton, a little juice. But I don't think they can get it done this week.
That is true. We shall see.
We shall
All
see.
right. Next
All
up,
right, we got Miami at Seattle.
Miami, Seattle. This is a weird game. Both these teams are kind of good, but the Dolphins missing Tua, missing the Huck Tua.
No Tua.
No Tua.
Tua. Yeah, I really like Seattle. I think I like Seattle -6.5 in
Yep.
this game. I do think the Dolphins, will put up a couple points, throw it up to Tyreek, get the ball in Waddle's hands,
Yep.
Achane. I could still see Tyreek anytime touchdown in this game, but I think Seattle has a pretty good game and wins definitely by a touchdown, especially at home. And I think, DK could have a good day this game. I think
I
DK
agree.
over 65, 70 would be a good number
Yep.
there, and maybe even anytime touchdown for him as well.
Mhm.
I think Gino will be slinging it, depending on if K9 plays or not.
That is true. I definitely think Gino can still ball. Gino's the man. Listen, Jets. Anyone that comes from the Jets and leaves the Jets,
Jets and
do
Panthers.
ball.
Jets and Panthers. Sam
Yep.
Darnold, Geno Smith.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree. I definitely would take the Seattle spread -4.5. And if you're feeling dangerous,
Feeling dangerous like me.
bump it up.
Six
Bump
and
it
a
up like
half.
the Rock. Bump it up.
Alright,
Yep.
we got Niners at Rams. This game would have been fireworks if not for the injury bug.
Yeah, a lot of injuries in this game. Both sides of the ball on offense for the Rams and the Niners. Yeah,
No
not
Debo, no Kittle, no CMC, no Cooper Kupp, no Puka. It's like,
Yep.
who's out next, right?
Who's scoring? That's
Who's
the question.
scoring?
Who's scoring?
Who's scored?
Who's
I don't know about the.
Yeah, who's
maybe
scoring?
Mason punches one in, maybe
That is true.
Ayuk,
That is true.
Marcus Robinson, and Kyron on the other side. But I like the Niners. I don't know if I like them at 6.5. I just feel like the Rams will figure something out to stay in the game.
Sean will know what he's doing.
I like Niners
Yeah.
-4.
Okay.
And I do like I think I like the under, just because so many guys are out. I think I like under 43. I think it could be close. I think maybe 40, 41 points scored, but I think those are my two picks. I like Niners -4 and under 43.
I can see that. I definitely like the Niners spread. I think 6.5 is pretty up there. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. Maybe lower it a bit. Maybe like -3 might be the right spot, and then maybe lay it up with an under. Because both these offenses, they definitely have power, but the power is not
Quarterbacks
quite-
can
yeah,
still
quarterbacks could
sling
play.
it a
Yeah,
little
they
bit,
could
so
sling
maybe
it.
some guys will have a surprise day. I know you liked Ayuk, right?
Ayuk, yeah, I think
Ayuk in this
Ayuk.
game.
I think everyone's on Ayuk, especially in the fantasy world. I think
Yes.
he's gonna have a day. I definitely think the Rams' defense isn't as good as they once were.
Definitely not.
But
Probably a lot of targets.
Sean McVay could cook something up and just limit him completely. They could.
Coaching's a big factor in
Yep.
this game.
This
both
game,
sides.
this game will rely mainly on coaching, so that's why this could be a bit of a more risky
Risky play of the day.
risky play of the
Risky
day.
play of the day. This game. Unknowns. All right. Big game.
Big
Lions
game.
Cardinals in
Let's see it.
Arizona. What
Let's
do we
see it.
like for this game?
I'm gonna say this is my hot take probably for the day. I'm gonna go with the Cardinals money line plus money.
Ooh, Cardinals, huh?
I think Kyle Murray is having his best season yet. I think he's gonna have a great year.
They got Marvin
maybe-
Harrison going.
If he stays healthy, you could have an MVP type caliber season, in my opinion.
Probably up there right now. Him and Baker maybe.
Him,
right
Baker,
now?
yeah, for sure. I definitely think that the Detroit Lions are great. they're great on both sides of the ball, defense and offense, but their coaching is what will lose them games, just like
Campbell's a little bit too much putting it all on the table. It's the regular season, man. You gotta, take what they give you.
I agree.
I do like the Lions' money line in this game. I think it's a close game, maybe like a 27-24 type game.
For sure.
I like the over. I like over. I might buy it down to 50, over 50.5, but I do kind of like that over. I personally like Amon-Ra St. Brown to score in this game.
I could see that. I don't know how good are the Cardinals' defense? Are they?
I think they're middle of the pack. I think they're good. I don't
right.
think they've been playing out of their minds so far, but their offense has been super explosive. I think I like Marvin Harrison and Amon-Ra in this game to score, and maybe a little Montgomery if you want to sprinkle that in. Could be a lot of touchdowns.
Little Monty touchdown.
Little Monty touchdown. Depends on Goff though. Yeah. Goff has been
shaky.
Goff shaky. Last year I was more solid on Goff. Yep. Not as much this year, but I like Kyler as well in this one. All right, big game.
This is the game.
Could tell us a lot.
I wanted to talk about all day.
This game could tell us a lot about both teams. Now,
Agreed.
Are the Cowboys as bad as they played last week?
No,
they're not.
Yeah,
they're not as bad.
I agree.
Are they as good as they played week 1? Probably not. They're somewhere in the middle.
I agree.
Are the Ravens an 0-2 team?
No.
Probably not.
Definitely not.
They were in the AFC Championship last year.
Yep.
But this game could tell us a lot about both teams.
You're in AT&T. You're there.
You're in Dallas.
You're in Dallas. It's going to be a tough game for the Ravens to pull out if they do want to win.
I personally think, I have this take, it might be a little bit of a hot take, I think the Cowboys will not be a top 10 defense this year.
All right.
And I think they will lose this game to the Ravens. Will it be by a lot? No. But I would go Ravens -3. I think that is what I like. Yeah. I think really maybe a 28-21, 28-24 game.
High scoring?
A little bit. That over is enticing in this one. I don't think the Ravens' defense is as good as they have been in the past. And I think the Cowboys, Diggs off the ACL, no Bland, no more gone.
Yep.
I think Flowers could have a nice day in this game, maybe over 75 yards. Really depends, though. Lamar's got to put together a good game in a hostile environment.
Agreed. I don't know how hostile Dallas fans are.
Well, it's not an easy place to play. I wouldn't make it. It's not.
It's a very. I'm not saying it is Philly.
It's not Philly. It's not Kansas City. But it's still.
a tough place to play. You do
Cowboys play well there. Cowboys play.
They get loud. They definitely get loud there, and they definitely are passionate about this Dallas team every single year. We know that.
It's why it's a pick 'em though. These teams. These teams, I don't know. But this will tell us a lot about both teams. It's really a good matchup for both of them, I think.
Yep.
The Dallas defense, though, I think will cost them this game. I think Dak will play okay. I think he'll have a solid day.
I think so.
I think he'll play solid, but I really just think the defense is not there yet. Maybe when they get some guys back. But they're not what they were last year. They're not, and that will cost them.
I think I'm going to go against you on this game. I think I'm going to take Dallas, actually.
You are going to take the boys. All right, Dallas money
Dallas
line?
-3.
Dallas -3.
With CD Lamb.
This could be a deciding game of the week. This and the Lions game.
This is going to be a really big game for the league in general. I think the Ravens could have a bounce back, or Dallas could just make a statement in this game. And we'll see. I think CD Lamb's going to eat for sure.
All right, this game might hurt Richie a little bit. He's not a fan of either of these teams right now.
Well,
the Chiefs, we know, for the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the Falcons ripped his heart out last week in the final seconds.
Well, I wouldn't say ripped it out, but I definitely was more confused.
Confused is a good word. The Eagles are a
yeah.
confusing team is a good way to put it. So,
yeah.
Personally in this game, I like Atlanta money line.
Oh.
I think no Pacheco. I think really hurts the Chiefs. I think once they get Kareem Hunt rolling and back in the lineup, I think that will help them. Kelsey's been pretty bad this year, if we're being honest. Pretty bad. I think Atlanta's has a middle of the road offense, middle of the road defense, but I think they'll do just enough to squeak out a win. Kind of like that Lions game last year against the Chiefs. I think it'll kind of be like that type of game. And it's in Atlanta, so I think that's an advantage. If it was in Kansas City, I'd probably go the other way. But I like Atlanta money line, and if you're not feeling the money line, the +3 I think is a good play.
Yeah, I think the +3 is a great play. Just the fact that the Chiefs have Mahomes. Like, Mahomes is the best player.
It's hard to bet against.
In the NFL.
It really is.
And it's kind of like you don't want to bet against him. That +3 is kind of like a little cushion. Like it protects you.
Could be a 1-point game.
Could
either
be
way.
a 1-point game either way. Definitely could swing towards the Falcons' side. I do think Travis Kelce is going to have a big game. I think this is going to be his breakout game. He's due.
He's due.
Especially with a lot of Pacheco being out. Like that is.
That's a big loss, especially because
safety net,
now you
for
can
sure.
kind of key on Rice and Kelsey. You know, play
Even
a little
Worthy.
bit of that. You know.
Even Worthy with the little
Yeah,
sweep
I
action
mean,
going.
Worthy list again. He's a great week 1, not great week 2. See what we got week 3.
Yep.
This is another game, kind of like the Dallas game. It'll tell us a lot about both teams. Was the game against the Eagles a fluke, or are the Falcons a little more legit? And Kansas City could need a wake up call. I feel like they're cruising, kind of. You know, last
definitely
2
living
weeks.
the high point
The
of
Raven
last year
game
winning
they could have
for sure.
lost. Yeah,
Yep,
and
I
they
agree.
could have lost. I mean, the pass interference last week. So living on the edge for the Chiefs a little bit. But that's kind of how they always have done it so far. So.
I agree. Kirk O'Chains may be the way to go this
Kirk
game.
O'Chains. All right.
Definitely could be.
With the Monday night slate here,
Oh,
Jags Bills, Jags at Bills. We kind of don't really believe in Trevor Lawrence.
No, I definitely don't. I don't think he's shown me enough these past couple seasons to make him say, you're going to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. You're going to the Bills Mafia.
Without Evan Ingram. Too.
Without Evan Ingram.
It's been a solid for them.
James Cook might have a sick game. Josh Allen could have a sick game.
I'm a little surprised by the Bills, honestly. That Cardinal game, I really thought I thought the Cardinals would win that, but Josh has been getting it done still, and they don't have a 1. I mean, I know before Diggs was there, he was a rookie and everything, didn't have a lot of success, then some success with Diggs. I really didn't think their receivers would put it together, but they've done a nice job. Shakir's been pretty good.
Yep.
They got to get Keon Coleman going, but I think he could be pretty good.
I can only pray for that.
Yeah, really.
Can only pray for that this week.
I know. And Kincaid hasn't really done much yet either, but somehow they've played all right so far. And I
the
think
Russian has been pretty solid.
I think that -5 is kind of generous. I personally would take the -7. I think they'll beat up on the Jaguars pretty good here.
I think so too. I think -7, -6.5 is a pretty good play. You'll get them at good odds.
Yeah.
I do think that the under of this game, maybe bump it up, maybe to 50. Under 50 may be a play this game for sure.
Could be. I like that. Yeah, I like that one. We're looking at some of the Bills things here.
Oh yeah.
Josh Allen -115. James Cook +100. James Cook touchdown.
Listen, James Cook first touchdown.
Could
We
be
could
a
see
good
that happen
play.
again.
Ooh, first touchdown. I kind of like him or Josh to get that first touchdown. Pretty good odds for both of them. But yeah, I really like the Bills in this game. I would maybe even take Josh Allen over 225, 250.
Yep.
I think big day for him, and James Cook maybe over 70 rushing yards could be a play. I just Bills all the way.
I'm with the Bills on that one as well.
And then we got our final Monday night game we're queuing up here.
Let's get
All
down
right,
to it.
2 Monday night games, double the fun as we
Let's
like
see
it. All right, so we
All
got.
these games, so many games. It's beautiful.
I think you went to next week.
Oh, did I pass it?
Yeah, we're just excited for football that we
Yeah,
want
this
next
is-
week to show up. So
Where's-
go back.
Let's see.
Yeah, this is
Oh yeah, I went next week. Well, I guess we could just
all right,
jump
we
into
got
the next
Bengals,
for sure.
Commanders. Washington defense, really, really terrible. There's no way to sugarcoat it.
That's true.
Letting Daniel Jones throw 2 touchdowns on you and
Yep.
pretty much almost should beat you without a kicker. Bad. Very bad. No way to sugarcoat that.
Agreed.
What do we think? What do we like in this one?
I do like their running back though, Brian.
Brian Robinson
Brian is
could
a
have a
beast.
nice game. I do like Jaden Daniels. I think he'll play okay. I think he'll
Yes.
hold his own.
Yep.
I think 7.5 is a big spread. I would maybe take the Bengals -3, depending on the odds there.
Yeah, the odds. The odds there could be. A bit
Don't
shaky.
7.5's big. I mean, Bengals have been shaky too.
That is true. Yeah.
Can't sugarcoat that. I think Burrow a little bit back on track last week.
Yep.
They got to get Chase going, which I think they'll try to do
This
this
could
week.
be a breakout game for Chase.
Higgins could be back.
That's
So could get things rolling. I mean, Bengals always start slow, so
Agreed.
we'll see there. But I think I like Bengals -3 and probably Jamar over 65. Yeah, I think over 65 is a good play.
Yeah, I definitely.
Brian
jump on
Robinson maybe over 70 rushing yards could be good. You think? You said you like Brian.
I do like Brian. That's up there, but
It's up there.
anywhere
60.
within the 60 to 70 range, I would say is probably a good choice for Brian.
Rookie quarterback, primetime game.
And you're away. You're going to be away. You're in.
You're away.
You're in the Bengals
Establish the
stadium.
run.
Yep.
Could see it.
For sure.
Right. But
Definitely think that can happen.
those are our week 3 picks.
I agree.
What do we think about our lock, though? Let's get one lock,
we'll
one
bring out-
hammer.
All right, we'll
for
bring
both
out
of us.
we'll bring out the hammer for this
Bring
one.
out the hammer.
I mean,
The newly repaired hammer.
this was repaired just recently after a catastrophic fall. But here,
Alright.
Roch's hammer.
We're
of the
dropping it, alright? What do we like for our hammer of the week?
week. Let's see.
I'm going to parlay
Oh.
Alvin Kamara,
Oh.
2 touchdowns,
Oh man.
and total yards, rushing and receiving, over 100. That is my parlay of the week. It's
Oh
not
my
because
God.
I hate the Eagles.
Oh man.
It's because watching the Eagles run defense,
Listen, I agree.
it's not good.
It's
not good.
It's probably
not
the worst
good.
in the NFL.
And that would be my hammer of the week.
All right.
Mr. Madden, what do we like? What's our hammer of the week?
To be honest, I'm gonna have to ride with Roch on that one. I definitely am going to take the Saints -3. That is my hammer of the week. That is my lock of the week. Now, if we wanted to jump into something a bit more fun, we could talk about the Surgical 6. This is probably my favorite bet to place.
Big surgical 6
Every
man.
week.
Big surgical 6 man.
This week, though, I definitely would take Bills money line, Dallas money line, Cardinals money line, Saints money line. Let's see, Raiders -10. That is a juicy
Big one for the 6.
And the last one, let's go with the Vikings. The Vikings money line. That right there is your surgical 6. That will pay out very well if that does smack. I
Love
will
it.
say that.
That
Now,
would be
the
a good one.
surgical 6, definitely on the more risky side. But when it hits, it hits.
When it hits, and it will pay out beautifully.
So we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, thank you everyone
Thanks
for
for
watching.
tuning in. Yeah.
Tuning in.
First episode.
First
Got it
episode
down.
in the books, baby. Let's go.
All right, let's watch some ball.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's good.
That was great.
Boys.